Okay, so, hey, hi everybody. Wow, it's been a busy 3 days of parties for my son's birthday, and it's so we didn't have the snowstorm that they predicted at all. The kids' school was closed, and we actually didn't have any snow until we got home at about close to 10:30, something like that. And there was a little dusting of snow on the driveway. That was it. It's windy now, really windy now. I hope we don't lose internet. But my brother had a lot of snow in New Jersey. I know Bucky had snow and stuff like that, but thankfully we didn't have it. So that was the third party. So it's like a joke. So now my son's like, are we going to have a party every night this month? Or we just do it the whole birthday month? Because we've had a party every night. Anyway. It was very nice. Gia made chocolate-covered strawberries. There were all kinds of pastries. Then 2 cakes, a big tiramisu, cannoli cake. And of course we ate and everything, so appetizers, dinner, everything, so it was very nice. And was I gonna say anything else? I don't know. So that was it. Oh, and Gia's mom says to me, Carolyn, you have such beautiful hands. They're like an artist's hands. And I'm like, an artist's hand? Okay. I don't have a sign outside my house. I don't know. She said, it's the strangest compliment. But, okay. So that's gonna. All right. So let me get to where you guys are. I'm exactly not in the right one. Sherry, Kevin, I realized we didn't have our subscriber mode on in a while because I don't know why. I was doing something. Al, Kevin, ME, everybody there. Everybody can do the thumbs up. So I was working on some pigs. I gave some pigs some eyelashes. I have to do that pig's eye. I was working on another pig. This one doesn't have a painted eye. This one I was painting the eye, but it doesn't have the eyelashes yet. I don't know. I'm just thinking I'm going to do pearl. This one has pearls and flowers. This is a see, it has, and then I'm going to put one with just pearls on it without flowers. And I don't know. I've got a bunch of pigs. And I'm so surprised my son knew, because he goes to me, how are the pigs coming? So he really pays attention to what I'm telling him. But I don't know. I'm going to see what to do with the pigs. Anyway. Hi, Farm Ride. Hi, White Angel. So I have to figure out what to do with the pigs. Oops, I put you over here. I don't know. And the pig has little gold shoes on, but you see the little gold shoes? Okay. I bought about, I don't know, 12 pigs or so. Anyway, so it was kind of anticlimactic, the trial today, because we heard Kayla's mother was going to be on, but she really didn't say much at all. She said she only saw Harmony one time and that she seemed fine. She talked about the cooler. They brought the cooler out. She said that she one time put money in the cooler because AITA or Kayla called and said they had a flat tire or something, and she said, I put money in the cooler. They asked her if the cooler was always in that hallway to the apartment. She said no. Sometimes it was in the apartment. She talked about what she did for a living, that she made deliveries and she flipped furniture, which is why she supposedly has these tools. They asked her if she had a grinder. She said she did not have a grinder. And that was about the size of it. There really wasn't anything earth-shattering with the mother. There was a criminologist who's going to continue testimony tomorrow. There was the talk about almost what we read in the court papers, yesterday, about finding the toothbrush in the Sebring. They brought that toothbrush up there. They had the neighbor on that they stayed in his Audi. Basically, everything we read last night was there. There was nothing really earth-shattering today. Hi, Nora. And Trichonis was canceled due to weather. So that's another day. Trichonis has not been in session. And I don't know, the criminologist, the DNA and everything is going to be continuing to testify tomorrow in the Montgomery trial. Again, Adam Montgomery was not present in the courtroom. I don't know, did anybody see anything else of any significance today? I didn't. I didn't get to watch as intently because I had things to do, and then I had to go to that party, and so I had to get ready and do some stuff, and I was trying to get to do any invoicing or billing. I'm going to try to do that tomorrow, but I think I have an appointment. Do I have an appointment? What time is my appointment? 1:30 p.m.? Got a 1:30 p.m. appointment, I don't know. Did anybody see anything worth noting at that trial today? Anybody anywhere? Anybody anywhere? Hi, Emmy. Sherry. Did I say that? I don't even know anymore. I didn't today. I missed a lot today. Yeah, I don't think you missed that much, though, really. I don't think you did. You didn't watch anything today. You spent the day knitting. And you didn't want to listen to that in your background, huh? I don't blame you. They said that it is a hard trial to listen to. It is a hard trial to listen to. So, in other news, what is going on in other news? Not too much. Not too much. I'm trying to think what else is going on. I don't know. I don't think a lot is going on. Let's see. I don't think so. I mean, I checked earlier and I didn't see a lot going on. Let's see. Anti-Semitic. Guess this is the woman that went into Joel Osteen's Lakewood Church. Let me say that detectives who were searching her belongings found anti-Semitic writings and she had a sticker with the word Palestine pasted on one of her firearms. Janice Ivan Moreno, 36, was shot and killed by an off-duty Texas Alcohol Beverage Commission agent and an off-duty Houston police officer after she entered Joel Osteen's Lakewood Church shortly before 2 p.m. Moreno's 7-year-old son was shot in the head and fighting for his life. He was shot in the head. Houston Police Chief Troy Finer blamed Moreno for the boy's shooting and not the two off-duty officers who shot him. 57-year-old man was also hit, but he was treated and released. Let's see. Moreno's ex-mother-in-law said that she believes Moreno shouldn't have been allowed to buy a gun. Let me see. Her ex-mother-in-law said that Moreno was schizophrenic and had been taking medication for her condition. She also said there was a custody battle between her son and Moreno for the 7-year-old boy. Let's see. So a judge did grant custody to Moreno despite a lengthy criminal history. Moreno was first arrested in 2005 and then was arrested multiple times over the next 19 years. Her charges range from forgery to assault and theft. She was last arrested 2022 after officers found 2 weapons in her car during a traffic stop. She spent 2 days in jail and the firearms were destroyed. She went by multiple aliases, both male and female, but there was no indication that she identified as transgender. Okay, so we have that. What else is going on? Oh, that let's see here. That camp, not camp, that wilderness, what are they calling it? Wilderness therapy program. The state orders them to stop admitting new children after the 12-year-old boy died there. Let's see here. There's a new document released there. Let me get to that. Hi, Mr. Electric. How are you? You're doing your rescue diver training? That's great news. Great news. Congratulations. Wonderful news. All right, let me get this document. Let me pull this document over here. So this is North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services. Dear is writing to Jeremy Whitworth, the Executive Director of Trails Carolina. Boy, I can't even read tonight. Dear Mr. Whitworth, Trails Carolina is licensed and operating as a residential therapeutic camp for children and adolescents who have mental illness, developmental disabilities, or substance use disorders under Chapter 122C of the North Carolina General Statutes and Rules found at blah, blah, blah. The license for Trails Carolina is issued by the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services, Division of Health Services Regulation. In addition, NCDHHS, Division of Social Services, NCDSS, oversees child welfare services in North Carolina in partnership with the local county departments of social services. Core to our mission is for children in North Carolina to be healthy and live in safe and appropriate placements. On Saturday, February 3rd, 2024, you notified NCDHHS that a child in your care at Trails Carolina died. No person should ever experience harm while in the care of a healthcare facility, and we take seriously our role to ensure the life and safety of individuals at healthcare facilities. Our staff from NCDHSR and NCDSS are working jointly with local law enforcement and the Transylvania County Department of Social Services, including active oversight and providing technical assistance. Local DSS staff were on site the following day, February 4th, but Trails Carolina prevented access to the camp's children until February 6th. Local and state staff have been on site since, including unannounced visits made this past weekend. These agencies have been focused on ensuring the safety of the remaining youth while diligently investigating the child's death and reviewing all aspects of the camp's operations. While these investigations are ongoing, NCDHHS has several measures that Trails Carolina must put in place to ensure that any children remaining at the camp are safe and protected. Several of these actions have already been implemented by Trails Carolina as part of the investigation, and those remaining should be implemented immediately. Cease new admissions until NCDHSR completes its investigation. Discontinue the use of bivy bags for any purpose for all children or adults at the camp through the conclusion of all investigations in this matter. Bivy bags, what are they? Let's see what a bivy bag is. Okay, a bivy bag. What is a... Okay, it says a bivy bag was developed as a basic solo shelter to protect users from the elements. They were used predominantly by mountaineers who were willing to compromise comfort for reduced weight and pack size. To use a bivy bag, put your sleeping bag and sleeping mat inside to protect you from the elements. So a bivy bag. A bivy sack. Something like this. Some of them are screened, I guess, for warmer weather and protection from bugs, but it's something like that. So what they were using them for, one can only imagine. But they are to discontinue the use of bivy bags. They require at least one staff member to remain awake while one or more children are asleep. Staff who were in the cabin where the decedent resided cannot return to the cabin or campsites. Permit unlimited and unannounced access by local county DSS staff, law enforcement, and NCDHSR investigators to the cabins, campsites, staff, and clients. Provide by 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time each morning, Monday through Sunday, to Transylvania County Department of Social Services a list of all clients, their group assignment, and location at Trails Carolina, and whether a restraint of any type was used against the child in the previous 24-hour reporting time. So what it's appearing to me is that they placed this new 12-year-old that came into a bivy bag, and something happened. That's what it's looking like. Thoroughly complete and update the incident report provided to NCDHHS in accordance with Incident Response and Reporting Manual found at blah blah blah, and provide NCDHSR and Transylvania County DSS the names and contact information for parents and guardians for all children at the camp, including their state and or county of residence. Further, we want to remind you that the use of restrictive interventions must be reported as outlined in the IRIS manual, for which Trails Carolina is subject and must adhere to. This recommended list of actions is not exhaustive, and we encourage you to implement any others that you may deem necessary and appropriate to ensure the safety of the children. Lastly, this list of actions does not preclude, delay, or supersede any licensure actions NCDHSR may take during the course of its ongoing investigation. Sincerely, Mark T. Benton, Chief Deputy Secretary, NCDHHS. Okay, so I would say, okay, let me take a look at something. Hold on one second. Let me just go over to here and here. Okay. Hang on one second here. Okay, warrants show a clearer timeline. Hang on here. All right, let's see what the warrants show here. Two warrants, a total of 23 pages, now detail what the Transylvania County detectives found when they responded to Trails Carolina. Okay, let's see. Let me try something over here. Trying to get the, let me see, 1 second. There we go. This is what I need. This is what I need. All right, hold on. I think I've got what I need. Make sure that. Okay, so these are, let's see, some of the search warrants. So, let me download these and see what we have. Okay, where's this? Right here. All right. Go on over there. Okay, so. They took a desktop computer, blah, 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 blah. Continuation of name of crime, involuntary manslaughter, class F felony. Okay, here we go. Detective Andrew Patterson. Okay, we don't need to go through all of his background, right? We trust that he is your applicant has investigated as lead officer for countless, oh my gosh, there's like 2 pages of just, come on. Paul, here we go. Detective to search the residence located at 500 Winding Gap. Upon entering the structure, they observed CJH laying on the floor of the bunkhouse on a mat. The body was in rigor mortis at this time and was cold to the touch. CJH was laying on his back, with his arms on his chest and his knees bent upwards toward the sky. He was wearing a red hoodie as well as a blue shirt underneath. He also had a CPR mask covering his face. CJH is a white male with brown hair. He was not wearing any pants or underwear. What? CJH's pants and underwear were laying next to his right shoulder. During interviews, camp counselors were asked how his pants got into this position, and they did not know. CJH had lividity settled into his back when he was examined by detectives Shook and Gauntz. They also noted possible petechial located in the lips and possible eyes. They noted a extended vein on his neck and possible bruising around the eye. Once they rolled the body CJH began to foam at the mouth, which could have indicated that he ingested some sort of poison. Medical examiner Anthony Messer was requested to the scene to examine the body. He determined that it would be a ME case and to transport the body to the morgue so that it can be taken for autopsy. There were more examinations done with CJH at the morgue, which was documented by Anthony Messer as well as Detective Gonson Shook. Detective Shook interviewed Jackson Riley Hunt at the Transylvania County Sheriff's Office located at 153 Public Safety Way. During the interview, it was revealed that Mr. Hunt is one of the counselors for the camp. He explained to Detective Shook that CJH had been at Trails for less than 24 hours. CJH had refused to eat dinner at the camp when he was brought in. It was described that he was loud and irate when he first arrived at the camp. Mr. Hunt said that he had calmed down later in the evening and ate some of the snacks that they provide. Mr. Hunt then explained CJH's sleeping arrangements. He described that CJH would have to sleep on the floor of the bunkhouse. The base layer of it is a heavy-duty plastic that is cut approximately 6 feet and tied on each end with a string. On top of this is a sleeping bivvy, which is considered a small tent. One side is collapsed and the other side is held up by a flex pole. Inside the bivvy is where the sleeping bag is placed, and CJH would have to sleep like this on the first night per protocol of Trails Carolina. On the zipper of the bivvy is a small alarm apparatus that is triggered to go off anytime someone tries to exit the bivvy. This device was covered by green tape and was seized along with other items CJH was sleeping in. Mr. Hunt described how at approximately 12 to 12:30 a.m., CJH began to experience a panic attack. Him and another counselor stood along the wall while CJH was experiencing a panic and high anxiety. Mr. Hunt did not mention if he or the other counselors attempted to assist CJH with any easement during his anxiety attack. Mr. Hunt also mentioned that CJH could exit the bivvy at any time, but when he described any interaction with CJH, he kept stating we would open or close the bivvy. Mr. Hunt also explained that CJH was checked on at 12 a.m., 3 a.m., and 6 a.m. and found dead at 7:45 a.m. and he was cold to the touch and stiff. Detective Gonson Shook attempted to gain information on the other 4 juveniles that were in the bunkhouse along with CJH when he died. Trails Carolina staff refused to allow us to speak with any juveniles on site as well as see them. They also refused to give out any of the juveniles' names or dates of birth or any other information. Transylvania County Department of Social Services attempted to check on the welfare of the children as well and were met with the same refusal by any and all Trails Carolina staff. DSS was provided with the first name of the juveniles, but nothing else. When they attempted to ascertain the whereabouts of the juveniles, they refused to disclose the locations of them. Trails Carolina has multiple locations throughout the United States of America. Other known locations at this time are 816 Sundance Road, Sky Valley Camp Road, Henderson, and another location in South Carolina. Based on the foregoing facts to establish probable cause, affiant respectfully requests that probable cause be found in the issuance of a search warrant for the premises described in the following premises. Okay, so let's see here what else we have because Let's see here. Trying to get this to see if there is any other information about this. Let's see here. Staff members at the child's cabin were put on leave and the children were moved to other cabins. Okay. Now it says this was not the first death in Trails, Carolina history. A child, Alec Lansing, died in 2014. According to his autopsy report, Lansing broke his hip and succumbed to hypothermia. Oh, that's the kid that jumped and was in the creek or something. Okay, so it's a very sad case. Horrible. I still don't understand what happened to him, right? How he died. Thank you, Cat Scott. My tongue. Thank you for that. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, it was my son's birthday yesterday. I'm still on son's birthday. But yes, I guess it is officially Valentine's Day. And I don't know what I just did. I just lost my life. Where did you go, Mr. Live? You're over here. Hang on. Doesn't want to cooperate. Okay, it doesn't want to let me see the live. So I just want to see something more about this. Let's see. I'm just trying to see. I'm trying to see if there was anything that the parents were speaking out of this young boy, but I don't see that. Okay, here's something else. In response to the release of the search warrants, Trails Carolina released the following statement denying some of the information. And this is what it is. This is the statement that's released by Trails Carolina. Trails is aware of the contents of the search warrant, and we are saddened for the family to have these details made public. The search warrant document contains misleading statements. There are details we will not address at this time out of respect for the family and the investigation that is still underway. We can address the statement that trails prevented children from speaking to investigators. Trails asked parents' permission for any children involved to speak with law enforcement and state regulatory agencies, and we complied with each parent's preference, as we are required to do. Children were moved from the area to protect them from seeing what was happening, not to avoid investigators. We are a mental health facility treating children with severe, complex mental health diagnoses. Not moving children from the area would have harmed their mental well-being. Trails maintains there is no evidence of criminal conduct or suspicious acts based upon all knowledge available to us and information and statements from involved agencies. Trails and all related personnel have not been charged with any crimes. Knowing the truth about what caused the loss of this young boy's life is what matters, and we eagerly await the report by the chief medical examiner. Okay. Okay, so yeah. The camp also claimed the sheriff misconstrued the medical examiner's preliminary examination comments and that conversations with detectives and state regulators as well as preliminary reports indicated it was an accidental death. Camp officials reacted strongly, calling the sheriff's statements defamatory. Let's see. Okay, so let me go to something else over here that I want to go to. Where's that? Right here. Okay. Okay, here's something else. court records show deputies were ultimately able to confiscate notebooks with each of the 4 other children's names on them. Records show deputies also seized electronic devices at the camp and other items. A spokesperson for Trails Carolina, we have that, we just read that statement. That was the statement they put down there. The FBI is assisting the Transylvania County Sheriff's Office with the investigation. Details of the FBI's role in the investigation were not immediately available. Detectives are investigating the boy's death as manslaughter, according to the warrant. It's previously the Transylvania County Sheriff's Office has said an autopsy showed the boy's death was not natural. Okay, so that's what we have there on that update, right? See if there's anything else going on. Okay, so anyway, that is that. Hang on, I'm just trying to get back to where we were. All right. Closing about a ton of okay. Close out these Zooms. All right, so anyway, let's see here now. Trying to find the live chat again. I think you're over here. Okay, here we go. All right. So, hi, Painted Black. Love you bunches too. Good to see you. Hi, Ashley Vestal. Hi, hope you're feeling better. Kate O, hello there. Okay, let me go to something else now. We'll see what else is going on. Okay, who is this now? Let me see here. Sarah Payne. Sarah Payne. Let me just see this. I guess Sarah Payne's killer, Roy Whiting attacked and stabbed by an inmate at HMP Wakefield. Sarah Payne's killer has been attacked and stabbed in his cell at a top security prison. 59-year-old Roy Whiting abducted and murdered Sarah in West Sussex in 2000 and is serving a life sentence with a minimum of 40 years. He was taken to a hospital after being stabbed by 2 inmates who had makeshift blades. The prisoner is back in prison in stable condition, and the incident is being investigated. Sarah lived in Hersham, Surrey, and disappeared from her grandparents' home in Kingston Gorse, West Sussex, in July of 2000. She was playing with her brothers and sisters before she slipped through a hedge onto a country lane and was never seen again. Her body was found 15 miles away more than 2 weeks later. She had been brutally murdered. It's not the first time that her killer has been attacked. In prison in July of 2011, he was stabbed in the eye with a sharpened toilet brush, and in 2002, he was slashed with a razor blade. American dad detained in Russia was found guilty by a Moscow judge of abusing sons in Texas. What's going on here? Not very familiar with this. Let's see what this is about. A Russian judge convicted a Texas man on Tuesday of abusing his 2 sons between 2014 and 2018 in the United States. This happened even though the law enforcement officials in Houston said they investigated the allegations and never found cause to file charges against the man, David Barnes, 66. But David Barnes was convicted by this Russian judge today and sentenced to 21 years in a high-security Russian penal colony. His attorney, Gleb Glinka, said he's going to appeal. Frankly, I'm horrified, Glinka said outside the courthouse. There was almost no evidence that the court could base this verdict on. Barnes is a native of Huntsville, Alabama, but has been detained in Moscow since January of 2022. His bench trial began in the fall of 2022, but did not conclude until Monday, and it occurred on non-consecutive days. Barnes testified in his own defense near the end of his trial. He was arrested by the Russian authorities a few weeks after his family said he traveled to Moscow to see his children and applied for visitation rights in Russian family court. His children had allegedly been taken out of the United States in 2019 illegally by his Russian ex-wife. Aha, there we go. There we go. That's the key there. So he had a Russian ex-wife, Svetlana, and I wonder how old Svetlana is, during a custody dispute, causing Interpol to issue global yellow warning notices to announce the boys were missing. Now, Svetlana said, and I quote, "I didn't steal anyone. I was just protecting my kids." A warrant for felony interference with child custody against Svetlana was previously issued by Montgomery County prosecutors. A criminal complaint said Svetlana failed to comply with any condition for travel outside the United States with the children, and that the FBI believed that she initially flew with the children from Houston to Istanbul. Not really understanding what that... Okay, and this is another crazy case. Let me get the, where's the picture of this guy? Because... Okay. Grab his picture and put this up here. Okay, this guy right here, Connecticut preacher. And he was arrested after a traffic stop. So the Connecticut State Police arrested Herbert Irving Miller, 63 years old, on February 9th. They said he was operating his vehicle with a suspended registration and he failed to maintain the insurance requirements. During the investigation, they found that he was in possession of crystal methamphetamines in both rock form and liquefied into a hypodermic needle that was prepared for injection. He was then charged with operating an unregistered vehicle, operating a vehicle without the minimum insurance, use of drug paraphernalia, possession with intent to sell or dispense narcotics, and possession of a controlled substance. He was released on a $10,000 bond. He was the pastor of the First United Methodist Church in Shelton, which is 48 miles southwest of Hartford, before becoming the pastor of Woodbury United Methodist Church in July of 2023. Now, the Woodbury police received a tip that this pastor, Miller, was allegedly dealing drugs right out of his house, which was right next to the church. So the pastor is dealing drugs. Really great. His neighbors saw a lot of traffic, and someone saw a meth pipe on the road near the church. So now it gets even worse, because police say that this pastor, Pastor Miller, was providing this methamphetamine not for money to some, but he wanted to see couples having relations with one another in exchange for that. His next court date is on February 23rd at Waterbury Superior Court. So, unbelievable. And then we go to Canada. Right there. Carmen, Manitoba. where a Canadian man has been charged with 5 counts of first-degree murder in the deaths of his wife, 3 young children, and a 17-year-old female relative. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police Inspector Tim Arsenault said that Ryan Howard, I'm not even going to be able to pronounce his name, Manoakiksik, 29, has been charged, and said the deceased are the suspect's 30-year-old wife, the couple's 6-year-old daughter, 4-year-old son, and 2-month-old daughter, as well as the wife's 17-year-old niece. The 5 died Sunday at multiple crime scenes in and around the town of Carmen, which is 85 kilometers or 53 miles southwest of Winnipeg. Police responded to a hit and run and found the woman lying dead in a ditch on Sunday morning. 2 hours later, a little more than 2 hours later, officers were called to a report of a burning vehicle and found the children outside the car. The children were pronounced dead at the scene, and police took the man into custody while the body of the teen girl was found later at a home in Carmen. Police say autopsies were being conducted. They weren't going to give any further details. Let's see here. This is a dark time in Manitoba. Manitoba Premier Wab Canoe told everyone at a news conference. Randy McFarlane, who lives a few houses down, said the home was a rental property. The family had lived in the house in the quiet neighborhood for more than a year. McFarlane said, and I quote, "You never hear anything like that here, and you don't expect it to be next door. The children would play in the yard. Occasionally, he would hear the mother yelling into a cell phone and said something seemed off." Carmen Mayor Brent Owens said the whole community has been affected by the tragedy. It's just absolutely horrific. Young innocent lives were senselessly taken yesterday, and we grieve with all Manitobans, Arsenault said. Let's see what else is going on. Harvey Weinstein is appealing his 2020 conviction. Okay, let's see. Anything else? Right now it says it's 25 degrees here and cloudy, but it's windy like crazy. Like crazy. So I'm not seeing anything there. Now let's see what else we can see over here. Okay. Okay, hang on, trying to get. See if there's anything. There's really not much going on with celebrity news. Let's see, I'm looking to see if there's anything remotely interesting. And there really isn't. Nothing there. Okay, let's see what's going on in the other kind, right? Celebrity news is a big nothing burger. Hey, wait a second, what is this? 800 jobs, including CBS News journalists embroiled in controversy. What is this about? 800 jobs, including, let's see, Paramount is having major layoffs. Let's see. Paramount Global CEO Bob Bakish, who earned $32 million in total compensation last year, despite the ever-shrinking financial profile. Everyone in the newsroom is pissed that Bob Bakish is making over $30 million and he's making these cuts. So who's he cutting? Among the other Washington casualties, CBS News correspondent Jeff Pegues was subjected to HR probes. Let's see, I don't even know that name, doesn't even sound familiar to me. I don't know, I guess there's a lot of cuts, but I heard that there were cuts at Google and cuts at Amazon too, so I don't know. see. There really is not much going on. Let's see. Not too much. I don't see anything remotely even interesting at all with that. Okay, so let's go to something else. Wow, there really is nothing. I guess they have, what is this about? Well, they say that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are facing a lot of backlash for using self-serving bios and that are, let's see, they have launched a new website, sussexroyal.com will redirect to the newly launched sussex.com, which features bios for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. He's 39, she's 42. I don't know if I mean, I know recently that she's older than him, but I never realized that she was that much older than him. How long have they been married? Okay. And then she was fired from Spotify. They dropped her podcast, and she's working with someone else now. But they used a coat of arms on the homepage with text underneath that reads, "The Office of Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex." Well, that's crazy, right? Because they're not supposed to be using that. Harry's online bio calls him a humanitarian, military veteran, mental health advocate, and environmental campaigner, and it also boasts of his 2023 bombshell memoir, Spare. Let's see. Her bio, which is noticeably longer than Harry's, touts her as a feminist and a champion of human rights and gender equity. It also mentions her role in the hit series Suits, as well as other creative efforts. It reads, "The Duchess of Sussex guest edited British Vogue in July 2019, according to her bio. Both of their bios refer to their two children as Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. Fans on Twitter, now called X, slammed Harry and Meghan for these flattering bios. It's calling them out for the gall of buying Sussex.com, putting a royal crest, even though they hate the royals. They are ridiculous. They were called arrogant, self-serving. Another person said it was an attempt to preempt their anticipated removal from the royal family website. And they told them, get on with it. Oh, let's see. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, I don't see anything there. Let's see what's over here. Nothing there. All right, I really this is very very odd that there's not too much. Even the stuff that's trending is not trending. Not too much. Okay. I don't see anything there. Let's check one more thing before we get off here. Absolutely boring. Let me check one other thing. Which one would have? Yeah, let's try this. Okay. There really is not much going on here. What happened here? Hold on a second. Where was this? Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is scary. Tell my daughter about this. So those are some brownstones in Brooklyn, and a 74-year-old woman died Tuesday after a portion of her New York brownstone fell on top of her in Sunset Park. Dale Singer had been clearing snow in front of her apartment building at approximately 12:30 when bricks suddenly came crashing down onto her. Representative for the New York City Department of Buildings said the incident occurred at a 120-year-old two-story residential unit located on 6th Avenue. The Department of Buildings personnel was there to conduct a structural stability inspection after receiving reports that bricks were falling from the building. When they arrived, inspectors observed that the building's decorative front facade lintel above the building's entrance had collapsed onto the front stairs and the stoop. The woman was taken to an area hospital. She was listed in critical condition, but she later succumbed to her injuries. Her son, Wiley Singer, said, and I quote, "All I know is I heard a sound, the sound of the facade falling. I ran downstairs to see my mother at the bottom of the landing, unconscious, dead." A neighbor who considered herself a friend of Dale's declined to be identified, but said she witnessed firefighters performing CPR on her. "That big piece over the door was what hit her. I feel so sorry for her. She was a lovely person. I don't know how the base of the building came down like that." A witness said that Dale's husband quickly arrived at the brownstone and took a cab to be with his wife at the medical center. Scary stuff. Let's see what else here. Okay, let's see. All right, so I don't see much happening there. that's about it, I think. I don't know, not too much going on here. Where did this happen? So a driver crashed a car into the emergency room in Austin, Texas on Tuesday night, died. 5 others, including 2 children, were injured. The emergency room lobby of St. David's North Austin Medical Center. The driver was extricated from the vehicle, given CPR, but died on the scene. No other information was available at the time. Let's see. The lobby filled with smoke and debris. The sound of the car engine still running. Tires squealing. A young child was seen being taken away from the scene. Let's see. Hopefully everyone else is okay. Wow. All right, let me see if anybody's even here. Okay, you guys still there? Hi, Brenda. Happy Valentine's Day. It's word cookies time. Yeah, right, Kevin. There's really not much else happening. Not much else happening. Okay, let's put this over here. What'd you do? It closed down on me. Let's try it again. Uh-oh, did we do the, we didn't do the right one, right? Nope. February 14th. Here we go. Hold on. News. Sown. So, uh-oh. Seen. Seam. Then I tried that. Let's see. Oh, C. Newsmen. Okay. Newsmen. Who's the kiddo? Ashley, who's kiddo? I saw a carrot before, and now I see. Let's see. I have tact. Taco. Oh. There's no two A's. There's not two A's, L. Tar I already have. Trot. That's there, yeah. Tract I already have. Coat. Hi Murder Crows, hi Heart My Lies. Let's see here. Well, what the heck? What the heck? I don't know. Crazy, right? Crazy. Lido. Oh, there comes Margot. Okay, Margot. What do we got for the top one? Can't figure out the top word, I know. Huh. You might have to use one of your hints. No, Margot. I'll get it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just did it myself. I just put it there. I just did it. I just did it. That's it. I was going to try combinations and I got the first one. See? I'm not a quitter. And I keep going. And now my word cookie's closed down. Get out of here, word cookies. Get back here. I might well just go for my advancement. I'm almost there. I'm almost at the advancement. I'll see how the next one is. Uh-oh. Come on. It doesn't want me to advance. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to shut it down and restart it. It doesn't want me to advance. It doesn't want me to advance. It's not opening. It's not even playing nice anymore. Oh, there it is. Oh, now it's closed. Now it's back. Um, huh. Let me see. Hold on, I lost you guys. There you are. Okay. Oh, perm. That was weird. You guys just, the whole thing just stopped, and I don't even know what the freak happened. Now we're going to make my advancement and then play one more game. Yay! Now I'm a butter pecan. Butter pecan. You know I just played the first grain. Okay, that's what, come in Zoom. What happened to Paint It Black? Paint It Black, come on into here. What's going on? Come in the Zoom. There's not a link, Paint It Black. It's not a link. You just send the PayPal to that address, to that email. But come in the Zoom. Come in the Zoom. All right, I'm going to stop this now. I'm going to end the stream. Love you guys. God bless. Prayers. I'll see you tomorrow. It is 3 o'clock. All right, be good. Talk to you tomorrow. Love you guys. God bless. Prayers for all. We'll see you then. Bye, bullying.